Real quick before this video starts, I just want to say thank you to Chivo for editing this video. He has done all of the recent Beatles solo albums as well as all of the most recent Beatles reactions as well, so I greatly appreciate it. Also, this reaction is taken from a couple months back from one of my viewer music submission live streams, hence the different background and different hair. We do these live streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, where you can just come in, say hi, listen to some music, or even send in some music if you want. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you stop by. Another thing that I have to mention is that these reactions are not meant to give objective criticisms of these albums. They are just my initial thoughts on the albums. They are a way of me logging what my first experiences with these albums are, and it's just me trying to share my opinion and get yours back to create some interesting discourse. And of course, like and sub and whatnot, we are so close to 2K, so please, if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and sub. I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the reaction. Anyway, it's album time, ladies and gentlemen. Paul McCartney, the chaos and creation in the backyard. Chat. Nigel Godrich produced this? Radiohead reference? Literally Radiohead reference? That genuinely has me excited. Nigel Godrich producing for Paul McCartney. This might be heat. Paul McCartney. Chaos and creation in the backyard. Fine line.
1, 2. There is a fine line between recklessness and courage. It's about time you understood which road to take. It's a fine line, and your decision makes a difference. Get it wrong, you'll be making a big mistake. Whatever's more important to you, you've got to choose what you want to do. Whatever's more important to be, that's the view that you gotta see. There is a long way between chaos and creation. If you don't say better, everything is better when you come on the stage. Come on back to me. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. It's a fine line.
Nice. Strong opener. That was really fun. That was a really nice little burst of energy to start the album off on. Yeah, Paul McCartney provided a very strong vocal performance on that one. The instrumental was super fun, solid as hell. Production is great, as to be expected when Nigel Godrich is producing your album. But I will say that had you not told me that Nigel Godrich produced this, I probably wouldn't have been able to tell. Like, the thing with Radiohead is it's a very distinct sound. Like, I can tell a Radiohead song apart from other songs, in terms of production at least. With this, the production's really good, but it doesn't instantly scream Nigel Godrich, if that makes sense. Which is fine, you know. It's not a complaint, it's just something I wanted to mention. Yeah, that was a fun opener. Give that one like an 8.3. Very strong way to start the album off. I like that a lot. How kind of you. This camera sucks.
To think of me when I was out of sorts, it really meant a lot to be in someone else's thoughts, someone else's mind, someone else's kind, as you. The thoughtfulness you showed has made a difference in my life. I won't forget how unafraid you were that long dark night.
Very interesting intro to this song.
I kind of you to stick by me during the final bout and listen to the referee as I was counted out. I thought my time was up. I thought I'd never find someone quite as kind as you. How kind of you to think of me? How kind of you?
Nice having the shaker in there. That's not a shaker. What are those things called? The things you twist? What are they called? I absolutely love that. I thought that was fantastic. That was great. I even like that more than the first one. I give that like a high 8. That was gorgeous. Yeah, that was actually incredible. That was the freaking camera, dude. Firstly, production on these first two songs off the charts, particularly on that one. That one was just the way everything was layered, how thick and not necessarily intense, but how in your face a lot of this is. I feel like adds to this a lot. The very, for the most part, stripped back, not necessarily stripped back, but the more subtle instrumental on this one, I feel like makes for a really great follow-up to the first track with how upbeat it was. It's nice to have a song after that that's kind of a bit of a slowdown. Also, the writing on this one I thought was really, really strong. Like, the writing on this one was, like, definitely one of the standouts for me. I like that a lot. This album's off to an absolutely great start. I'm excited to get into the rest of this. Next up, Jenny Wren.
Like so many girls, Jenny Wren could sing, but a broken heart took her song away. How we spend our days casting love aside, losing sight.
I absolutely love the way the vocals are recorded. It makes it feel so intimate.
She saw poverty breaking up her home. Wounded warriors took her song away.
Okay, those very quiet kicks, that feels very Nigel Godrich. Yeah, of all of the songs so far, that one felt the most like it had Nigel Godrich's name written on it. From the vocal production to those really quiet kicks that were going throughout that track, and just how intimate this song feels in general. That one to me felt the most like it was distinctly Nigel Godrich's production style, and I love that, honestly. It's so cool, and I feel like it matches Paul McCartney's style, like, of his solo stuff really well as well. Like, I feel like it's like a match made in heaven. It like elevates this like even higher than I feel like if it wasn't produced by him, if that makes sense. I don't even know. Basically, production style matches perfectly with with what this song's going for, and with Paul McCartney's style of solo stuff in general. This one, I would say, was probably my second favorite up to this point of the first 3 tracks. I'll give this one an 8.5. Yeah, sounds off to an incredible start. Next track, At the Mercy.
At the mercy, at the mercy, at the mercy of a busy road. Who can handle such a heavy load? If you show me love, I won't refuse. I know you'd never make me choose between the love I've got and the love I'd lose. Sometimes I'd rather run and hide.
I love that snare sound. That's sounds like it's just like a really low-tuned, very fat, dead snare with multiple takes being laid on top of each other. That's really cool.
Stay and face the fear inside. At the mercy, at the mercy, at the mercy of a busy day.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
If you take me up, I won't say no. I guess you'd rather see me grow into a better man than the one you know. Sometimes my head is hanging low. It's time to get on with the show. I can think of nothing more to say.
Okay. I will say, of every song so far, that was probably my least favorite. It just felt to me like the least interesting song up to this point, and the one that I feel like is the most forgettable. It still sounded nice. It was still sweet. It was still a decently impactful track. It's just, I feel like, one that I wouldn't return to at all, and one that I feel like is kind of a little weaker in comparison to all of the other tracks up to this point. I would give that song like a high 7, I think, like a 7.7. It's still good. It's still like a really good song, but just not one I would return to, and I feel like it's a little weak in comparison with the others up to this point. Friends to Go.
I've been waiting on the other side for your friends to leave so I don't have to hide. I prefer they didn't know, so I've been waiting on the other side for your friends to go. I've been sliding down a slippy slope. You never need to worry about me. I'll be fine on my own. Someone else can worry about me. I've spent a lot of time on my own. I've spent a lot of time on my own. I've been waiting till the danger passed. I don't know how long the storm is gonna last. So tell me what I wanna know. I'll be waiting on the other side for your friends to go. Spent a lot of time on my
I like the instrumental on this one. I feel like the instrumental's decently strong, but the vocal melody just feels kind of boring on this one. Like the vocal is really underwhelming. Okay, that one was fine. Yeah, again, the instrumental is still pretty strong. I mean, the production is still great, but I just feel like the vocal melody on that one and just the vocals in general really didn't do anything for me. Same with the writing. It just, I don't know, especially in comparison with like the first three, I feel like that one was definitely the weakest of the bunch so far by like a decent margin as well. I feel like I'd give that one like a flat 7. I say a decent margin, something about like 7 points. It was still good. It was still fine, but definitely not as strong as the first three. English tea.
Would you care to sit with me for a cup of English tea? Very twee, very me, any sunny morning. What a pleasure it would be, chatting so delightfully. Nanny bakes fairy cakes every Sunday mornings, and roses.
This is the most Beatles feeling song so far.
You know the game croquet, better adventure we might play. Very gay, hip hooray.
Wait, very gay? Huh?
Lines of hollyhocks and roses, listen most attentively. As a rule, the church bells chime when it's almost supper time. Nanny bakes fairy cakes on a Sunday morning.
This is the first one that I'm just sort of meh on. I mean, it's the most Beatles feeling song up to this point, but it just sort of feels like a more stripped back version of that, I guess. There was basically nothing in that song outside of that me being caught off guard by that one line that I really cling to or that I found to be all that interesting, I guess. Just sort of felt like this style being done in a way that's fine, I guess, but nothing I would ever really return to and nothing that interested me that much. I would give that a flat 6, I think. It was fine. But, you know, not really my thing. Too Much Rain.
As you brush away your sorrow, make a vow that it's not gonna happen again. It's not right in one life to much rain. You know the wheels keep turning.
63 when he made this album, damn.
Why do the
How old is he now?
tears run down your face?
82, so he would have been...
But for now,
Yeah, 63 when he made
tell
this, yeah.
yourself it won't happen again. It's not right in one life too much rain. No more rain. It's too much for anyone
Okay. Yeah, that song was... I don't know. As we're going further into this album, I'm just sort of caring less about the songs. I mean, I like that more than the last one. I think I give that one like a high 6, like a 6.7. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the initial, I guess, excitement of the first 3 tracks is kind of gone with these previous 4. I mean, I've still enjoyed to an extent all of them. Like, I gave both these songs 7s, and 6 and 6.7 is still positive. I don't know. It feels like some of the excitement of those first 3 are gone, and I'm just sort of starting to care less about the ideas being presented on these songs, I guess. I'm hoping it's able to pick up again, because those first 3 songs were great. A Certain Softness.
A certain softness in her eyes fascinates me more than I ever thought it would. A certain softness, more than I ever thought it could. A certain softness in her eyes got me hooked, got me hooked. If I could even find the words to tell her, I wouldn't want to anyway. 'Cause that would only break the spell, and you know very well I couldn't betray her. A touch of wildness in a style haunts my memory more than I ever thought it would. A touch of wildness, more than I ever thought it could. A certain softness in her eyes got me hooked, got me hooked.
I actually like that one a lot. That was actually a very, very sweet love song. It was impactful. Lyrics were fantastically written. I feel like the instrumental on that one is one of the strongest up to this point. I love the simplicity of it. I like that it stays restrained the entire way through. It doesn't overstay its welcome either. Not my favorite up to this point, but it's a really incredible bounce back for this. I'd give this one an 8.4. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Writing to Vanity Fair.
I bit my tongue, I never talk too much. I tried to be so strong. I did my best, and now that you don't need my help, I'll use the time to think about myself.
Yeah, the snare sound on this is really interesting.
You're not aware of what you put me through, but now the feeling's gone. But I don't mind. Do what you have to do. You don't
It sounds like
fool
multiple
anyone.
takes being layered on top of each other to get that snare
I'll tell
sound.
you what I'm gonna do. I'll take a different point of view.
I think it is
Now
at
that
least.
you don't need my help, I'll use the time to think about myself. The definition of friendship apparently ought to be showing support for the one that you love. And I was open to friendship, but you didn't seem to have any to spare while you were riding to Vanity Fair.
That was the strongest song so far, in my opinion. I absolutely love that one. The way that song progressed was very, very interesting. The lyrical content here as well. I like the combination of regret and bitterness in these lyrics. It makes for a very interesting song tonally. I think that the sound of this song, it has a combination of a very nostalgic sweetness with also something very menacing, which I guess is supposed to tie into the lyrics, with him talking about someone who he's grown bitter towards and who he has a lot of regret with how things turned out with them. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That was definitely my favorite so far. I think I give that a low 9, like a 9.2. Yeah, that was actually great. Next track, Follow Me.
You lift up my spirits, you shine on my soul. Whenever I'm empty, you make me feel whole. I can rely on you to guide me through any situation. You hold up a sign that reads, follow me. Give me directions. You lead me to places that I've never been, uncovering secrets that I've never seen. I can rely on you to guide me through any situation. You hold up the sign that reads, follow me, 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 follow me.
The song surprisingly fit very well after the last song. Let me go back and look at these lyrics. Lift up my spirits, you shine on my soul. Whenever I'm empty, you make me feel whole. You have the ending bit where he says you hold up a sign that reads "Follow me." This seems to be like in direct contrast to the previous song, where it's talking about maybe a different friend who he's been able to stick with for his entire life, or maybe even a romantic interest of his. Maybe it's a song talking about his wife or something like that. But yeah, this seems to be like intentionally in direct contrast with the previous song, which I find really interesting, and I like that there's some not necessarily narrative through line, but thematic through line here, and these songs being placed back to back actually makes a lot of sense. And not only that, I think this was just a really sweet, catchy song. Not my favorite up to this point, but still very solid. These past 3 tracks have thankfully done exactly what I hoped the album would do, and it's sort of bring it back to that same level of quality as the first 3. I feel like these past 3 songs have been each really, really strong. Promise to You Go.
My spirits looking through the backyard of my life. Time to sweep the fallen leaves away. Like the sun that rises every day, we can chase the dark clouds from the sky. I gave my promise to you, girl. I don't wanna take it back. That won't get us anywhere. All the time that it takes to repair this brave old world will be ours. I gave my promise to you, girl.
This one feels very Beatles.
Every single second of our lives, we can use to chase the clouds away.
structure of this one is really interesting, the way it keeps going in and out of this halftime. It's pretty cool.
Looking through the backyard of my life, time to sweep the fallen leaves away.
Okay. That one was really good, but again, not really one I would return to. I think I'd give this one a high 7. Again, the instrumentals sounded like really solid. I think that the writing on that one as well was great, and the just performances all around were very strong. But similar to what was that earlier song? I forget which one it was. But similar to one of the earlier songs, it did just sort of feel like a Beatles song, but not quite done as well. Like it feels like I could get basically the same song or a very similar song, but just done better out of a Beatles album. So I don't really see any reason to return to that one over any of those, if that makes sense. This never happened before.
I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. Now I see this is the way it's supposed to be. I met you and now I see this is the way it should be for lovers. They shouldn't go it alone. It's not so good when you're on your own. I'm very sure this never happened to me before. I met you and now I'm sure this never happened before. This never happened before. This never happened. This never happened before. This never happened
The harp going crazy in the left channel. I love that. That adds a lot to that outro. Yeah, that was another really solid one. Love that one. Give that one a high 8. I think like an 8.7. Firstly, strongest vocal performance on the album up to this point. Absolutely. Paul was going hard on that one. The vocals on that were absolutely stunning. Also, a lot of just like the backing instruments on this one were doing a lot of the heavy lifting for me. I feel like, particularly, for example, towards the end there, like that harp going in the left channel, like really elevated that ending, just as like one example there. Yeah, I thought that one was solid as hell. Yeah, one of my favorites up to this point. Next track, Anyway. And then I'm gonna add up my scores after this one, because the final song is a bonus track. So we're not gonna count it towards the album score.
If you love me, won't you call me? Only love is strong enough to take it on the chin. When did I begin to fall? you can make that call. Oh, that would help me so much. We can cure each other's sorrow. Won't you please, please, please get in touch? If love is strong enough, you can make.
Open it? No, it messes up the lighting. I can also guarantee you that if I go and open it, there's nothing out there except trees, because there's trees in front of my house. That was a strong closer. I like that a lot. That was a very solid, strong, impactful little piano ballad that I feel like does a really nice job at wrapping everything up. It's not my absolute favorite on the album, but I still think it's a genuinely compelling way to end this, and I like that a lot. So we're gonna listen to the bonus track, but I'm not gonna count that towards the album score. So I'm just gonna add up my scores now, write my score for on album of the year, and then we'll listen to the bonus track. Okay, sounds about right. I am feeling a 7.9 out of 10 on this album. 79. Is that not the same score I gave Ram? I think I gave Ram the exact same score. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I going to my profile? It is! I gave Ram a 79 as well. Wait, hold on. Mr. Beatles is actually kind of funnier than Mr. Beatle. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Beatles, 100%. Which is better? Honestly, maybe this? I don't know. I'd have to re-listen to Ram to figure out which one I like more, but maybe this. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to this bonus track. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, that's the goal. 10K is the goal. Okay. Cool little bonus track. Sounded nice. Drums sounded fantastic on this one in particular. The drums are definitely the standout. Nothing I'd return to, but it's a cool little thing to have on the end here. It's kind of nice. Were this to affect the album, because I'd give this a high 7, I'd give it like a 7.7. Were this to affect the album score, the album would still be a 7.9. Yeah, solid album. 79. Nice. Mr. Beatles W.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. Massive thank you again to Chivo for editing this. I greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you think of this album down below. How does it compare to other Beatles solo albums for you? Let me know what other albums you'd like to see me listen to in the future as well. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my other channels, and my Twitter. Check those out if you haven't. Like and sub as well if you haven't, because we are, again, very, very close to 2K. And yeah, I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye.